We've talked about 4 measures of central tendency: the mean, the median, the mode, and the mid-range. And we talked about this being the general order of importance or preference in their use. As far as notation goes, the mean has the notation of X bar, with the bar across the top. And of course the formula then for that calculation is the sum. This capital sigma means to sum all the x's, sum the x's, and divide by n, where n is the number of values you have. The median, mode, and mid-range don't have actual variables to represent them specifically. The mean is the one that has that specific variables and calculation and formula. The median is more of a description. Recall that's the the middle value of an ordered data set, and the mode is the value that occurs most frequently, if there is one, or there could be more than one, and the range is the maximum value plus the minimum value divided by 2, or the average of the max and the min. And we said this one is really not used very much. So for most numerical data sets, the mean is usually the measure that represents the data best. When we're talking about quantitative data, then this is where we're talking about the mean being usually the value that represents the data the best. Now, the median is a better measure of center if the data set contains extreme values. So we want to use the median if there are extreme values in our data set. And you'll see this commonly in salaries. If they want to report for a particular field, the salaries, you'll see median salary, or home values, home prices. It'll say median home price, because there might be a few salaries or home prices that are really, really extreme. It doesn't mean you want to throw them out necessarily. It just means that we probably would better use the middle value of the ordered data set rather than the arithmetic mean to represent that data set. And finally, the mode is useful, could be useful in a numerical data set, a quantitative data set, but it's the only measure we can use when for center when we have categorical data. So for example, if we have a college bookstore that records the sizes of t-shirts sold, small, medium, large, extra large, that sort of thing. Well, we can't average that to get an average size, but what we can do is talk about the size that's sold most often. So we would talk about the mode for that categorical data. Okay, and so finally, the last thing I want to mention with respect to measures of central tendency has to do with the distribution or the shape of the data. When the mean equals the median equals the mode, these 3 important measures of central tendency are equal to each other, we say that we have a symmetric distribution. Now we'll get into this some more in later videos, but this is the thing to note. When our measures of center are all the same, then we have a symmetric distribution, and this is not likely for them to be exactly equal. So more commonly what would occur is the mean is approximately equal to the median, which is approximately equal to the mode, and in this case we say that the distribution is approximately symmetric. So the distribution is approximately symmetric, which is more likely to occur.